Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Diana. If you're new here, welcome. Thanks for joining me today. Today I will be documenting in my Scrappy spiral notebook. I will be documenting weeks 13 and 14, I believe. So week 13 is just a flip through. I need to catch up, so yeah, I'm just going to take you through my week really quick. We did mini golf, had my card there, I did like a little pocket, did some journaling. This is my son's track meet. He was in track, and then my daughter had an appointment with her orthodontist, and here's a picture of my son and I having churros. So pretty much that is what we did in a nutshell that week. So I'm ready to start a new month, and as you guys know, I have these monthly dividers. Don't forget to download yours. I have a link in my description box if you want to download those monthly dividers if you're in a Scrappy Spiral notebook as well. So go ahead and check that out. I'm going to be using, I can't remember where I grabbed this 12 by 12 from. I want to say it was a Maggie Holmes. I'm not sure. I think it was Garden Party. It was very similar to the colors with the collection that I'm going to be using. So for the left side of my page, I'm just going to use this pretty pink grid, and then I'm going to be using my April divider, and I'm going to be using this as another another add-on to my notebook, because my format or my formula or my recipe, whatever you want to call it, calls for a big page, like a big picture for the beginning of the month. So I have picked out a picture of my dog Milo, well, he's not a puppy anymore, but I still see him as a cute little puppy because he's little. He had his grooming appointment, and the groomer always does a photo shoot once they're done, and it's so cute because she always sends it to me. And it was like a spring background, and here it is. Here's a picture of the blossoms and stuff, and he just like so cute. I had him, yeah, it was so furry. It was like a big fluffy ball of hair. He is a Pomeranian, so they're known for their furry, mane, their little foxy. They look like foxes. Anyhow, he was really bushy, and he needed a grooming appointment so bad. So she sent me this, and I was like, perfect. I think I'm going to use this one as my big picture for my April divider page. So here I've just quickly printed it out, and I'm just going to measure out. For this month, I usually just do it straight picture, but for some reason, I wasn't thinking this through, guys. I cut it too short on the end, so I ended up just adding that same pink grid paper and did like a trim on the right hand side. So it kind of is like a little tab kind of, and I think it broke up like the color and stuff. So I still liked it. It came out cute. But for next time, I gotta remember that I have to allow for the coils on the sides. I gotta punch it out with my mini cinch. So here I'm just trimming off the little excess here, and I'm ready to, I didn't, I guess I forgot to record. Anyhow, I'm just cutting up the little pieces here so I can insert it into my notebook, and then I adhere the picture to the back of this page, which I think I'm not sure if I've already, oh yes I did, I already adhered the picture. So here I have it. Once I put it in, that's when I realized, okay, I made it a little short, but I'll just add this little piece here at the end, and then it fixed it, and then the page became flush with the other pages. So it worked out. And then I trimmed the top part just so that it wouldn't be hanging off. Sometimes when I use the mini cinch, it doesn't align well, so I think I really need to invest in a full-size cinch, which I think is going to be my birthday gift to myself. It's coming up. Next month is my birthday month, and I think I will maybe splurge on that, or maybe I'll ask for that for my birthday. My husband will probably ask me what I want, and I'll tell him a cinch. Anyway, So here I just aligned the strip here and then cut off the excess, and then it is ready to go. So now I'm ready to embellish this side. I follow the same recipe that I've been doing since the beginning of the year. I feel like I like the way it looks, so it's just a strip of washi tape. I love this one. It's like a pink rose gold, like shimmery, I don't know, it's like really pretty foil. And I'm using the collection by Lora by Lora. It's called Un Nuevo Abril, so in Spanish it's a new April. And I love the muted colors, and it's just very springy, pastel-y. We did get some rain during the month of April, so I just thought, it's perfect to document the month. I kind of went back and forth. These are the die cuts that came with that collection. And so I'm just using my art glitter glue to adhere a little heart here. I was undecided which one I wanted to use, the girl with the umbrella or the one holding the flowers. And ultimately, I think I decided the one with the umbrella, because at first I wanted to add the umbrella on top, and I felt like it didn't go, and it was covering the April, so I was like, eh. So I think I decided with the one with the umbrella, and she's cute. I love it. And then I just added some puffy stickers also from the same collection. It has like a little bit of, like, they look like paper origami birds, and I just added some drops here, and then I added a little star here. Just very simple little touches. I don't really go too crazy on the embellishing. And then my front cover for April is done. So now I'm going to start my week 14. I kind of felt like I went a little different with this week. It was more like a scrapbooking kind of a thing. You'll see here in a little bit, but I decided that I would add some hearts to go around Milo, because I do love my puppers, and so I just added some puffy heart stickers and some heart die cuts. And then I wanted to add something on the left hand side, and I opted for this one. It's just like a bunch of flowers, and I added it on the left here. And then I knew that I wanted to put his name down in gold. These are the puffy gold alphas that is also part of the same collection. I went ahead and bought everything. The puffy hearts, the puffy alphas, the puffy stickers, the die cuts. I bought a 6x8 paper pad, which I'll be using for the rest of the spread here. And I felt like it looks cute. It's just simple. Milo looks cute. So I ran out of light. So that's my problem here, is that I get off of work and then it's super bright and nice. And then by the time I do all the things, my mommy duties, wifey duties, I run out of light. And so here's what happens. I run out of light. It took me 2 days to film this, guys. I know it's like 20 minutes long. So if you guys make it to the end, you guys are the real MVPs. Thank you so much for being patient. This collection I'm using is called Made with Love by Doodlebug Design. I absolutely love Doodlebug. It's so cute. I love all the little faces and all the colors, and it's just very colorful, and all the rainbow colors, and it's just all me. I love it. So I went ahead and used it for documenting my son baking. I brought a bunch of raisins, and my son's like, ooh, let's make oatmeal raisin cookies. And I was like, that's a great idea. But my son's older now. He doesn't need my assistance to make cookies anymore. And after all the cookies of making with mom, I think he's got it down now. He is very into cooking and baking, and I love it. I love to see him do things that he loves doing. And so I just use some of the alphas that come with this paper set, and then I use the stickers. Has like it's all for baking, so it's like a little bit of eggs and the spatula and little chocolate chips and oven mitt. And I knew I wanted to use one of these tags, so I think I end up using All You Need Is Love. Like kneading the dough. It's super cute. I love all the puns that come with this tags. They're super cute. They're all baking, but they're all super cute. And then I do end up using my We Are Memory Keepers hole punch, and then I do end up using this card here. It's like a list or like a journaling tag kind of, It's what does it say? Sweet memory, my sweetest memory, I think it says. So I hole punched the hole here, and then I knew I wanted to add twine, and I do end up getting this aqua that matches perfectly with the color. Feed it through, measure out, cut it, and then adhere it here on the left hand side. I think it looks really cute with those colors, and it just reminds me of spring, right? All the pretty colors. So I knew I wanted to add this because I wanted to journal about my son and his love for baking and all that, and I wanted to use the alphas here to write spell out oatmeal raisin cookies. Yeah, that's what it was. So yeah, so I just spell that out here, and I love how everything just all the colors go well with each other, and I just love all the cute little faces on the spatula, the eggs, and the oven mitt. I don't know, I just love it. It's so cute. So while I'm spelling that out, I do end up bringing back my my mini cinch because I need to add holes to that one journaling card that I wanted to add in my notebook. And so I bring that out, and I believe I can't remember if I punch my holes first and then journal, or do I journal first and then do the punching? I can't remember. Well, I guess we'll just wait and see what I end up doing. So that is done. I love how that turned out, and then I'm gonna make space, and I think I go and get my mini cinch. Okay, so yeah, so I punched out my holes first. Sorry guys, I did this yesterday, and I don't know why I can't remember what I did. Anyway, I'm using my mini cinch, punch the holes out, and then I gotta punch or cut the little strips in so that I can feed it through. But I remember I needed my label so that I can stamp my week number. If I forget, I'll just stamp it out, and I always have to make sure that that's a correct week. So it is week 14. I bring out my Ellie Studio, I believe it's days of the week stamp, or many days of this week, something like that. It's the same stamp set that I've been using since the beginning of the year, and I'm trying to see where I can find my stamp set where it has the rest of the numbers, and I couldn't find it. So I thought, well, you know what, I'm just going to use these gold alphas, and so I'm just snipping the little pieces through here so that I can insert this card in my notebook. And then I believe I making sure that it fits and that it looks good and perfect. And then I pull it out because I have to journal. And here I'll just take a couple seconds. I'm going to speed this up for you guys. I do my journaling real quick here, and then I add it in the notebook. Now I have a couple of pictures that I still have to journal for. Not a whole lot. I think one is 2 3x4s. One is a picture of my daughter. She had, for Christmas, she was gifted a Christmas puzzle, and she didn't get around to finishing it. And then us at the nursery. And then I believe I do a little layout. This is where I tell you that I kind of went off the notebook style, and I went more into a scrapbook layout. It's like a 6x8 mini scrapbook layout. So I'm just going to go ahead and add my holes in first, making sure that it fits in there, and then I just trim it down because it's a little too long. And then I just make sure that I cut in the little strips here so I can feed it through my notebook. And then I'm ready to document my son's track meet. So my son was in cross country last season. He's a runner. He loves running. And so he didn't really want to join track, but he says he wanted just so that he can keep in shape. So he joined track, and he's done a couple of things. They have him for the 2-mile run, and he does the 1 mile. And he did a couple sprinting ones. He did relays, but he says it's really not his thing. His thing is long distance because he has really long endurance, and stamina. So that is his main event. So he did really good. I am so proud of him. He's every track meet, he's beat his PR, and this last one here at this meet, I believed he beat his PR by like 20-30 seconds, something like that. And that is big in running. So I printed these pictures kind of like long and thin because I wanted just to make it like a different, like so that you can see the pictures with your eyes from one corner to the other, like in a diagonal. And then I just added this little strip of matching paper. This is from the Lora by Lora Uno Abril paper pad. Everything matches this week. So I went ahead and added another paper bird, and I added some little puffy dots here, and it is very simple. And I added this little cloud, but I don't know, I feel sometimes simple looks better, so I just left it at that. And then I just used the gold letters to spell Go Uriah, because that's my son's name, but I ran out of R's, and what I ended up doing is I ended up taking a P and I improvised, and then I got this L and I cut it and I just insert it in that little piece there, and you can't even tell that it's not a R. I just made it. Just use what you have, right? So I ended up putting Go Uriah. I didn't have an exclamation mark, but you know me, I made myself one and just added one of these little leftover from the inside parts of the B, and a little whatever I cut off from the R or the L, and there I got an exclamation mark. And so this, I'm just gonna add my last two pictures. This is a picture of my daughter's puzzle that she finished late, early April. She was bored and she didn't have cheer anymore. Cheer season was over and she was caught up with schoolwork, and she's like, Mom, I'm just gonna do a puzzle. And I'm like, yeah, go for it. So she finished it, and she's really fast at puzzles. She's a great puzzle maker, and she collects puzzles. She has like over 50, 60, I don't even know, I have lost count how many she has. And she loves what is it called, Amy Stewart. She loves Amy Stewart puzzles. I don't know, there's just something about her artwork. She's addicted to those. So whenever I see one that she doesn't have, I pick it up and I buy them for her, and she adds it to her collection. So here is one. I don't think this one's an Amy Stewart one, but it's like a Christmas donut one. And I just also like scrapbook layout kind of, or junk journal layout. I just added those pictures on this blank white piece of sheet behind that one other one that I did. And I added this one, kind of made it look like an Instax picture with the blue in the background. This picture, my husband and I went to go look for flowers. We were looking for a particular flower, snapdragons. Those are my favorite. They're all year round and they look really pretty. These are not it. They didn't have any, but we ended up getting some later. Anyway, here I added the one that I was debating on using on the front cover. I used this one because it has her carrying a bunch of flowers, and since we're at the nursery, I thought it was perfect. And here I add my label to stamp out week number, and then I just went ahead and used those gold alphas to put in 14. This here I'm just checking to make sure that I got the right number. There's nothing worse when you put the wrong week number on your page. So or your layout, and I just decided that I would add it here. So really simple, easy. I do apologize, guys, for not filming any videos. We were on spring break and I was busy spring cleaning, busy with the kids, doing fun stuff with the kids. And it was really relaxing though. I'm not gonna lie, I slept in, I did stay up late, did all the things. So I had all these plans of things that I wanted to do. I do want to do a tutorial, so that should be coming up soon. Stay tuned for that. I do have a purse tutorial. It was my first video that I've ever filmed, guys, and that's the most viewed on my channel. So I got to do another one. So stay tuned for that. Here's a flip through of my completed week 14. And then there's pictures at the end. Thank you so much for watching. You guys are the real MVPs. If you guys are here to the very end, can you please drop down flower emoji to let me know you guys watched this to the end. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you guys did for spring break, and I hope you guys have a fabulous day and enjoy the rest of your week. stay tuned for another video. All right, I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Bye.